Ladies and gentlemen, you did see on the big screen just then, I'd like to welcome you our Lenice, Dexter's beautiful mother. She's going to share, oh yes, big round of applause, sorry. You're going to share with us a little bit more about Dexter and your day-to-day life. Let's start first off with the diagnosis. You know, a lot of people when you have children, when people ask if you're having a boy or a girl, you just say, I just want my child to be healthy. And that's true. You just want your child to be healthy and happy. That's really what you want for your children. So to hear that they're not can be really devastating. So what was that moment like for you and your family, Lenice?
It's so funny that you say that, because when we did find out that we were pregnant, my husband and I hadn't been married for very long, and we did find out that we were having a boy, but people would say to us, you know, did you want a boy or a girl? And I remember distinctly saying, we just want a healthy child. And then I was 31 weeks pregnant and my waters broke unexpectedly. I was taken to Wollongong Hospital and then I was rushed up to RPA in Sydney, completely scared, unknown what was going to happen, and he arrived the next day. We almost lost him on the second day. The nurses were very, very hesitant to tell us that. And so then when he had his brain ultrasound at 1 month old, that's when we were taken into a little room, a little white staff room, and the doctor Judy just threw out the term brain damage, and I just remember bawling my eyes out. It was a rainy, horrible day, and we had to go outside and then tell our families. We had to phone them, tell them what had happened, and tell them that life as we knew it was never going to be the same, and it's life-changing. It really is.
So how has your life changed since that moment?
In every way possible. So you think of a little piece of paper, and that's your life, and the little piece of paper has been torn up, and then it's been burnt, just to make sure that nothing's going to stay the same at all. And that's pretty much what happened. We take every day as it comes with Dexter. We never know what he's going to do or how he's going to be. He had a seizure at 11:30 last night, and we haven't had seizures for quite some time. So he threw that one at me because, you know, he knew that I was coming out tonight and Mum wasn't going to be home to look after him. So, look, he throws out so many challenges, and it really has changed who we are as people. It's changed how we parent. It's changed how we see the world, and he's done that to us.
Now tell us a little bit about Dexter's personality, because there you said that he's quite cheeky. Tell us a little bit about your Dexter.
He is cheeky, and I know I say that a lot, that he is cheeky. He is so cheeky. He has this comic timing that he has had since he was a baby. If something's happening, so if we are going mad at his sisters for some reason, he will laugh. I remember he was...
Like any brother would do.
Exactly. He will hit them as well, which is quite funny to watch, and they get very upset with that. But I remember back in hospital when he was going through chemotherapy, he was just a year old, and there was a smaller baby in the oncology ward, and the baby was crying, and Dexter was giggling. I was like, Dexter, you can't giggle at that. That's really not okay. And he did. So he's always been really cheeky, but he's so determined, and he has such a positive outlook on life that we embrace that as well. And because of him, we've learned to be better people.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the positives, okay? So people would look at your situation and say, oh, I feel so sorry for you. You've got a child who's got special needs. He's going to be reliant on you forever. You probably don't want people's pity. Like, although it's not what you wish for your child, how has it changed your life for the positive?
In absolutely every way. We do get those pitying looks, and I hate them.
Yeah.
I really hate it. If you tell someone our story, they're kind of like, oh, like why? Why do I look like that? You know, okay, it's crap. It has its really horrible moments.
Yeah.
But then yesterday we came to the Kids Wish Children's Party, and he was so excited. He woke everyone up in the morning because he was so excited to come here. And I had him sitting on my lap during the party so that I could help him dance. And he was trying to, so this is a child who's in a wheelchair, trying to stand up. And he was kicking my shins, and I would have bruises on my shins because he was so excited about being there. So he makes us better because he just approaches it, and it's awesome.
Enjoying the simple things in life.
Exactly.
Nobody puts Dexter in a corner, by the sounds of that. He wants to get up and dance.
Not at all.
Okay, so when did your journey with Kids Wish begin? How did that all come about?
We started coming to the children's Christmas party when Dexter was, I think I worked out he was almost 2. So we've been coming here for 5 years now to the children's Christmas party, and that's something to look forward to every year. The kids are so excited, and his sisters get to come as well, which makes it really amazing. And then a year ago, we got involved with the Kids Wish Speech Therapy Services, and through that, Dexter's been able to have an eye gaze, which you would have seen on the video that played before. And that's opening up so many different avenues for Dexter to communicate with us, with his sisters, with other family members, and eventually we'll take that to school, and so he'll be able to communicate with his peers. Dexter goes to mainstream schooling, so that's something that's really important. We also attend the Sports Academy program, so we do the wheelchair basketball, which is, it's so amazing because I remember the first time I went there and the kids were all lined up, and I didn't notice anything because Dexter wasn't the only child in a wheelchair, whereas normally he stands out so much because he's in a wheelchair, whereas at the wheelchair basketball he didn't. I've had a go at the basketball, it's so hard. My daughters, so my daughters are almost 6 and 4, and they fly around in the wheelchairs, and it's just so good for them to see that Dexter's not on his own. There's other siblings that go there as well, and so they get to see that as well. And then we were really lucky this year that we were the recipients of the Lawn Bowls Charity Day, and so we were able to purchase a walker. So the walker, again, that you saw in that video, that's come from Kids Wish funds that were raised by the local community, and that deserves a clap. That was such an amazing thing for Dexter to get because he needs to be able to walk. Using a walker, and we actually took that to his school disco, and his friends were so amazed to see him up standing at the same height as them, and he was jumping around in it, and it was a really good social thing that he needed to get. So that's been our involvement, and so Kids Wish are amazing.
So have you got anything that you'd like to say to everyone here tonight? Because obviously, well, we all know that Kids Wish doesn't exist without the generosity of people in our community.
Exactly. I would like to say a really big thank you, first of all, to the volunteers. There's the volunteers who come to the Sports Academy program. They're so amazing. They're only young kids, and they do such a great job. So really thankful for that. Then I'd like to say thank you to the Kids Wish staff, the therapy team, and all the staff. You've seen Dexter, and you believe in him, and to me that's so important, and to my husband and I it's so important. And then of course to every individual and every business who has purchased tickets to be here tonight. You've chosen Kids Wish to be your charity, and that's amazing because you're acknowledging that local kids do matter, which is what Kids Wish is all about, and we're eternally thankful for that. So thank you.
Release, thank you for sharing your story. Now you want to do one thing before we get off the stage. Little request from Dexter.
Dexter's actually requested that I get a selfie with everyone in the audience, so if we could do that, please.
All right, so do we have to put our big heads down? This is what happens when you get big hairstyles, isn't it? It's hard to get out of the way.
There we go. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lennox, for sharing your story.
You raise me up.